this is Alexis with Project Management Made Simple. In this video, I'm going to answer the question, what are the components of status reports? So the key elements that your project status report should include is your schedule, scope, budget, quality, risks and issues, as well as action items. And so we'll step through each one of these. So as a whole, when we think of our status report, this is where the concept of monitoring and controlling comes in. So as we go through each of these components of the status report, we're really taking a look at what did we plan for and then what are we actually seeing to date. So when we look at our schedule, if we're planning for instance, a go live, if we have a software implementation, and we're planning for a go live on June 15th and it's May 15th, and we're not exactly where we anticipated to be, well, then we want to highlight that in our status report. Now, this can also come up in our scope. So if we have our go live that's set for June 15th and it's May 15th, and we haven't achieved the interim milestones that actually show that we're still on schedule and that we're actually tracking towards the scope that we need, again, that's something to highlight, or the scope that we plan for, again, that's something that we want to highlight on the report. Next is our budget, very similar to our schedule and our scope. What do we plan to spend at this point and how much have we spent at this point? Next, when we get to the quality component, if we're using an example of a software implementation, we can think of things like the number of bugs that have been discovered and the number of bugs that have been resolved in the software. Risks and issues are a key component of any status report. This is really where you're going to highlight if things are off plan and things are not progressing as we expect. This should be clearly highlighted in our risks and issues. So a reminder here that risks are issues that haven't happened yet, right? And so at this point, we're highlighting what is our strategy to address these issues, whether we decide to mitigate, avoid, any of the types of responses that we choose. And if we're dealing with issues, if we're dealing with a schedule that's off plan, then we want to highlight in our issues what the issue is, what the short-term fix is going to be, as well as what the long-term resolution is going to be for the given issue. And finally, action items. Action items are where we're clearly outlining out of this conversation what are the things that need to be done and who is to be assigned to those given actions. This is a video answering the question, what are the components of a project status report? Ultimately, we want to think of a project status report as a way to convey where we estimated we were going to be and where we are to date. We want to tell that full story, and by using these components that I outlined to you all, it will help you guide that type of conversation, and it will be very focused on the issues that you may be having to overcome, or hopefully how well the project is progressing. So with that being said, I want to thank you all for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please do give this video a thumbs up, and I will talk to you all in my next video.